Yeah, Saskatoon's a really well coached team. They play real good team game. They're super organized, and obviously we've seen them a lot with obviously the two games at the end of last year, then the best of seven, four here early. So there's not much secrets. A lot of times, it just comes down to execution. Whose team's playing better that night? It's been real even so far, but we haven't liked our effort in Saskatoon. The two games we've lost up there, and maybe they feel the same as here. So Wednesday's another matchup to get it right.
Yeah, just before you got here, we were just talking about home and road splits. Obviously, very successful under this dome, but struggled on the road, 2-5 on the road. How do you kind of turn that around going forward?
Yeah, I think that we got to, we like playing in front of our fans. I think they give us great energy when we are playing at home here, so that helps momentum, and we're a big momentum swinging team, and we've seen that we've been like that early. For us, though, I think a lot of it comes down to matchups and, the times you can change and who's playing against who in certain situations. I think at home when we have our matchups we can have and control those, it's worked out for us.
Just talk about the play of Parker Berge so far this season. They've obviously stepped up quite big for you guys, 14 numbers up here so far.
Yeah, Parker's been excellent. He's another guy who put a ton of work in this summer to be ready for this opportunity. I think for him, he's just taken this opportunity and completely run with it. He's a guy that's consistently, just every game, every practice, just one of our best performers all the time. And he's just really a self-built hockey player. He's a late round pick who, worked his way into getting to the lineup in the WHL, and that's why he's one of our leaders right now, because he's done everything in his power to be his personal best.
You start getting back to that Saskatoon matchup. Obviously, you got them again tomorrow night at home. How do you turn the tables once again? It's been a very flip-flop series, and reverse the fortunes of Sunday.
Well, for us, we got to get back to competing stick battles. I don't say we were soft, but we just didn't win enough of them. And I thought our compete just consistently wasn't there. I think a lot of it happened with our penalties, and it felt like we were just stuck in mud the whole game. But we like the aggressiveness of our game, but we have to clean up our penalties. We're taking too many penalties right now, and it's really hurting the rhythm of our hockey team.
Brad, I wanted to ask about Sunday's game. I felt like you guys had the right idea and the right mindset on how you guys wanted to start the hockey game. With Barnett, Rowan, and that Michaels line, and what you guys were trying to do. Is that something that you've really appreciated out of that line, is to try to provide energy off the hop? Because it seems like more times than not, you're starting them, and they've been able to provide a lot for your group this year.
Yeah, I think with those guys early, they scored a lot of goals early, which helped us win some hockey games. But even when they're not scoring, they provide mismatches, energy, just positive rhythm to our whole group that just ends up being momentum for us. And they help us a lot, especially when we're at home and we can kind of dictate that a little bit. They've been invaluable for us so far.
As we were talking about earlier, Brad joked about it, you've had a lot of success against those Alberta teams. Obviously, you got an Alberta road swing coming up. Do you think that can maybe kind of salve the road woes that you've had so far this season?
I think the biggest thing is for a group, we're a younger group. We just got to get get out on the road, spend some organic time together. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for us. So we'll take the 4-0 against Alberta, but when we get out there, I think it's Medicine Hat and all the teams that we have beat, they'll all be ready for us. So we're going to have to bring our best and just make sure that we're ready to go when we do get out there.
So just kind of take me through your journey, young rookie with this club to now 20-year-old in your final year, right? Take me through that journey and how you've grown in it.
It's been crazy, obviously. Like, you start as the young, 16, 17-year-old affiliating, and then to be at this point now of being 20 it's crazy. Like, you start off and you're working for all the ice time you can get, and you're taking everything you can get. You're learning from all the older guys, and now being one of those older guys that's teaching the younger guys is pretty cool.
How would you say you've grown as a leader during that time, and what's your kind of leadership style? Are you more kind of by example or vocal leader, a bit of both? How have you kind of grown into that role your 20 season?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of really good people to kind of work off of and show what leadership is. Obviously, you have Logan Nyhoff, you have Connor Bedard, you have lots of guys that kind of show their different types of leadership and how they like to do it. And I try to combine a bit of both, maybe the on-ice portion and then off-ice, and trying to lead in both areas and kind of use what they've shown me and try to put that into myself and what I can do for the team.
You've had some nice on-ice success in the statistical categories this year. You have 14 numbers on the year so far. Just take me through kind of what you've been seeing out there and how your teammates have helped you out in that aspect.
Yeah, I think lots of guys are stepping up this year. It's pretty cool. So lots of guys have the ability to score goals, and they've been doing it. So it's obviously that helps out with my production levels when other guys are putting the puck in the back of the net. So it's nice to see that lots of guys are finding their stride and being able to do it at a really good level.
Just your play against Saskatoon this year, obviously it's a team you faced a lot during the season. You've already faced them 4 times. You split. Obviously not the result you guys wanted on Sunday, but you've played them pretty evenly. Can you just talk about how you feel you guys match up against a tough team like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's really tough. They're a really good team, but I think that we've had a really good response to them in the past few games. Whenever, kind of obviously after playoffs, we took it to them in the first game, and then they came back with a really strong effort. So I think we've been able to come back, and I think that we'll be able to do that coming up tomorrow.
But you've won all of your 2 games against the Blades here inside the Brand Center, so I guess that spells for a potential pretty good performance on Wednesday, correct?
Yeah, we play really well at home, so it's exciting, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Well, speaking of home ice, you guys have the #1 home record in the Western Hockey League, 7-3-1 inside the Brand Center this year. That's got to be pretty nice. I don't really know how to ask the question because I've asked you guys this a couple times this year, but what do you attribute home success to?
Obviously, the fans helps out a lot, and just being on home ice, I think that lots of guys like playing in the Brands, and it's always exciting for us to come home and play here, and we get lots of energy from the fans and just being in the rink. So it's pretty cool.
What I guess about sports players in general, always looking to grow and improve throughout the season. What do you want from yourself on your personal game to kind of fine tune as the season progresses?
I think just making sure the consistency is there and making sure that I can do everything I need to on a night-to-night basis and help the team in every way I can moving forward to make sure that the team can be more consistent and make sure that we can kind of push our way up in the standings throughout the season.